Alright, what's up everybody? So today I'm going to be teaching you how to create a select drop-down box in Discord for your Discord bot using Discord components. So I'll show you an example of it real quick. Let's do bet 100, blah, blah, blah. See, this comes up, we can send embeds with this select box, send messages, whatever. So you click on it, it has a bunch of options for you to choose from, or you can hit cancel. We'll hit cancel and it can send a message. I may show you how to do buttons as well, but we're going to need to import the libraries we're going to use. So this is different from a normal project, so we're going to do pip install discord dash components. Hit enter, and you'll see I already have it downloaded. Should download for you. You may also need to do pip install discord. This is the one I would usually use if I wasn't doing select boxes and stuff. But there you go. I would go ahead and install both of them because you'll need some stuff from the Discord library. So then we're going to do from discord underscore components, even though we installed dash components. From discord components, import, we're going to input button, select option, and component bot. So the most important one is components bot. Your bot's not going to work without that. And then select option and select are important for this video. We may get to buttons, probably not. Probably going to be in a different video. But let's do bot.command. Wait, let me make sure. Is this right one? Hang on. Bot equals, I'm a fool, bot equals components bot, and then here's where we're going to pass in whatever our key is going to be. So earlier you'd see I was using the this key and then the whatever word our command would be. So in this video I'm going to do this as a key, dash. Just make sure that it's not conflicting with other bots. I mean, you can change this later, it's not a big deal. But yeah, so now let's go ahead and get our bot up and running. So let's do bot.event at bot.event. Don't forget the at async def on ready. So this is going to start up as soon as our bot comes online. So we're just going to send a message saying, hey, logged in as, and then in brackets, let's do bot.user. And an exclamation point. So this is very, I mean, you've all seen this before. It just logs you in and it says logged in as, and then your bot name when you log in. So this is where it gets different from the normal client way of doing it. If you were to import Discord, since we're importing Discord components, it's a little different. So we're going to do bot.command, and then we're going to do async def, let's call it testing. And we're going to pass context in there. So let me just pass this so it doesn't give us any areas. Yeah, so let's just run it right now and then I'll explain what we have going so far. Ooh, big. Let me run it again just to make sure we're not getting any errors because that looked bad, but I didn't feel like reading through it. And there we go, logged in as Bender. That's our bot's name right here. You'll see it came online. Yeah, cool. So now let's just cancel that. So basically what's happening here is we're passing our token into our bot.run command. So if you don't know how to get your token, look that up. I'm not going to go over it in this video, but basically you'll go to the Discord website, get your token, paste that bad boy in here as a string, and then on ready, when your bot's ready, it prints this. And so now let's get the command working. So print called testing function. And then let's also print cpx.message so that you can kind of see what it is. So if we let's run this bad boy and let's wait for it to come up, and we'll type testing over here in Discord. Testing, boom, call testing, and then so it returns this message object. So you could do message.id, get that, message.channel, you'll get that. Message.author, you get the author object. So that's what the context object is. It's not that far, it's not that different from using client in regular Discord components, but this was a thing that I had to figure out kind of whenever I switched over to using this way of doing things. So let's get to the select box, shall we? Go ahead and stop running this. So now let's do, I like to call another function through here to keep things clean. So let's do await select box testing. And we're going to pass context to it. So this function hasn't been created yet, which is why you see the squigglies. So let's do async def select box testing. Anything where we got to wait for an API response from Discord, like sending a message or reading a message, whatever, we're always going to have to do async, and we're always going to have to await the function that's doing that. So that's why we're doing that. So let's go ahead and create this select box. So let's do await context.send. This is going to send a message to our context. So whoever did dash testing, whatever channel that's in, it's going to send a message back in that channel. So let's do content equals select and option. So this right here is just like any other Discord message. You could do ctx.send, you could do an embed here, you could do embeds, you can do an image, you can do anything here. Well, I don't know if you can do an image, you can do a file, which is, I've done that. And then this is where we add on to that normal message. So what we're adding on to that normal message is components. So we're filling up the components. So we'll do components equals, and we want to do a select box. So we'll do select, and then in parentheses. So to kind of keep these things readable and clean, I'll go ahead and give us a couple of lines here. So this is all inside of this select parentheses. Let's go right here. I'll go right under this. And we're going to do placeholder equals select something. I don't believe this is going to show up since we have... Oh no, this is what it shows up whenever you haven't selected anything yet. So if we haven't selected anything from the select box, the placeholder text is going to be shown. You'll see that in a little bit. So then options equal, and we'll open up a list. So let's go ahead and comma for the next row there. So inside of this list, this options list, we're going to have all of the options we want in the select box. So let's do select option, and then label equals, let's do option 1, and then value equals 1. So this label is what's displayed on the select box. Value is an unseen. I'm gonna go ahead and make this a string just because that's what I usually do, is strings on that one. I think you can pass an integer, but label is what you're gonna see on the select box. And then value is a hidden value that you're not going to see, but we can use that in our program. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. So let's create 3 of these. So we'll just copy and paste them. Make sure you're putting the commas at the end of them to represent that there's a new object in the list. So let's do select option. Let's do 3, 2, and then change the values. Make sure you change the values to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And on this one, we're going to add a cancel button. So I have something I can just copy and paste over here. So you can go online and copy and paste emojis into Discord, and then they'll show up. So notice we have the value set as cancel, the label set as the emoji and cancel. All right, so last thing we need to do. After this list, you'll see options list closes right here. You put a comma on the next row. It doesn't have to be on the next row. We'll do custom ID equals, and let's do select testing. So what the custom ID is a way to reference this specific select box. So you'll see how we use that. So basically, you'll see in a second, we'll just use that to reference this message. So now we're going to do interaction. You can name this whatever you want. You'll probably end up having multiple interactions, but Just name this one interaction await bot.wait for. So basically what this means is we're telling the bot to wait for something, and we're about to tell it what. We're about to say wait for a select option response. So we're waiting for somebody to click that select option. But we're going to want to add a check. So to check and make sure that the right select box is being responding to us, we're going to do check lambda, which don't get scared, this isn't really that complicated. So lambda equals lambda check equals lambda enter, and basically this is just going to loop through our enter, and we're going to do enter.custom id equals select testing. Here, let me make this full screen so you guys can see the whole thing at once. Select testing. So basically we're making sure that the select box, its custom ID matches what we had before. So if this said like select button, we would want this to say select button. So you want the await for it to match whatever the select box is. So, and this next part you don't have to do. I do this to keep people from responding when they shouldn't. So I'm just going to add a check that says the person who clicked on the select box was also the person who initiated the call for it, which sounds complicated than it is, but I just suck at explaining that. So let's do enter user equals context dot author. Shit, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Context dot author. So basically what this is saying is the user who clicks the select option box needs to be the same person that created the context. So the context earlier was from testing. So interaction equals that. Now the juicy part, we need to get our interaction. So the way we're going to get our interaction is doing, or interaction response is doing interaction dot values 0. So this is going to return whatever their response was, because values is going to return a list. The 0 index in that list is going to be what the response was. I think you can also do, let me see, interaction dot label. We'll check in a second. You may be able to also check for labels, but I tend to check for values just because. So the values, remember, are the hidden values up here that the user can't see. So let's go ahead and send a reply. So to send a reply, we'll do await interaction.send, and then what we want to send in this reply is the value they chose. So cool. Let's run this bad boy and hope we don't get any errors. Okay, so we logged in. So open this up, and then we're going to do dash testing. So let's open this. Select an option. So select an option is the content we sent. Select something is the placeholder, and then you'll see we have option 1, 2, 3. So if we click on option 3, you'll see the bot will respond in a private response. Only you can see this. It replies in a private response. You can change that if you want with ephemeral. You'll have to look at the API settings. But replies with 3, which is our value. So you'll see if we try it again, it's going to load, but it is going to say interaction failed. You can only reply to it once. So, or respond to it once. So let's do testing. Now let's click cancel, and it responds with cancel. So say we wanted to cancel, so let's do if, let's set this as response equals interaction values, and then if res equal cancel, make sure you spell it exactly the same as above. So if it's cancel, then await interaction dot, what was it? Is it send? Yeah, interaction dot send. You have canceled your select. All right. So now we could just set up if statements for the other one. So I'm going to do else if response equals 1. And make sure if you put strings up here for the values, you're putting strings here as well. If you didn't, then you need to take away these parentheses or quotation marks and whatever. Yeah, quotation marks. I don't even know what these things are called, apostrophes. Take those away so it's comparing integer to integer, not integer to string. So let's do await interaction.send. Oh my god, my mouse is horrible. Holy crap. Await interaction.send. You have chosen option 1. And then, I mean, you could do it for all the other ones, but let's just do an else here. Await interaction.send. Let's say for the other ones, we just want it to send response. So, not much changed here really, but let's run it and check this bad boy out. So, testing, select an option, cancel. Let's do option 1. You've chosen option 1. Testing, cancel. Cool. So you can see how to break it up. Cool. So I think in the next video, I'm going to show how to pass a list into here, how to create a list and pass it into here, which is really, really, really simple, but it can change things. Maybe. All right, cool. So if you have any questions, just comment them below. I'll do a button video right after this bad boy. How long has this video been? Good God. Toodles.
I don't know why it has to feel like this. It's like it's weighing on my heartbeat.